Hello and welcome again to the Bloomington Virtual Reality Conference podcast series. If you've been following to this point, you know that we're doing interviews with fun and interesting people, some of our volunteers and even some of our presenters. And today, I guess that our guest falls definitely into that first category. This is Allie. Allie, tell me about yourself.
Hi, well my name is Allie Warner and I'm a finance manager at a car dealership.
Which car dealership?
Inskeep Ford.
And where can we find Inskeep Ford?
In Greenfield, Indiana. So it's a really neat dealership. I work here with my dad, fourth generation Ford, and my dad's third generation, obviously. We have a couple of other salesmen that have been in the car dealership or car industry for a while too. I
met one of them early, really nice guy. He had, I wasn't in the market, but I was curious about the new Ranger. And there's one on the showroom next to a really pretty Bullet Mustang. I promise, honey, I'm not signing anything, but I want to. And he was able to answer my questions pretty well, pretty quickly, and pretty concisely. It didn't eat up a lot of my time. You're always afraid with sales guys that it's going to be a big, long, drawn-out thing. But he was super cool. Yeah. So speaking of scary, some people are afraid of VR.
Really?
Yeah, because it's different, it's weird, it's new, and I have a whole other talk that I'm planning on why VR frightens folks. But have you ever used VR? Do you have any knowledge or experience with it?
I've never used it. I know that I've seen it at a couple of home and trade shows where someone will be walking around in virtual reality gear at a booth, and then we'll keep on going. But
right, because you can't really see what they see, so there's not a lot of. It's great for the person in the environment.
Correct.
Well, speaking of see what they can see, would you like to try some VR? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Sounds good.
There you go. And let go.
Oh, cool. I went there.
And if you find a cartouche that glows, you can go up to it, and it will give you an explanation of what the cartouche is.
This is so cool. Oh yeah. So then I can point at it? Oh, cool. That is way cool.
So, thoughts, ideas, opinions?
Really cool. Really immersive. I felt like I was actually there, especially when you were going through a couple of the different worlds and you were high up and you would look down, and it was really neat and you could get a good sense of the depth. It was really fun. The tomb was really cool. I could definitely see how that would be a really neat learning experience and to get somebody excited into maybe pursuing that a little bit further, which was really, really neat.
So the gaming wasn't really your thing. It was okay, but that didn't seem to capture you. You didn't seem to react. When we put you into Nefertiti's tomb, yeah. So what did you take away from your tomb tour?
What did I take away from it? I thought it was really interesting because if let's say that I would go and I would take a trip to Egypt, right? I would probably be a little bit more hesitant to actually go into the tomb, but since I've kind of gotten familiar first, it wasn't scary.
Right.
It wasn't so scary. And it was a way where I could actually relax and learn a little bit more than what I would have if I would have actually gone to go look at something like that.
So what do you think about something like this, maybe in a high school library, and a student could come down and cycle through that experience as they saw fit? Do you think now, most of the equipment we use is not very expensive. This is. But do you think that investment would be worth it?
I think it would, definitely, because of what I took away from it. I want to go and I want to learn more about the tomb I was in, and I want to see how those things were discovered, and I want to see more about what it takes to travel there and see everything in real life.
Well, I'll definitely get you the information, to start looking into that after this is over and point you in the right direction.
Perfect.
It'll be a lot of fun. So I guess I want to make sure that I give you every opportunity. So normally I give folks a chance to share their closing thoughts. and then we'll go ahead and wrap up, because I do try to be a good steward of everybody's time and get to the point. And I think there's y'all would have already seen this, but I suspect there's going to be a lot of good video of her experiencing these VR realities. What would you like to share with us?
What would I like to share?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. It's really great to see you. It's really great to see what you're doing. I'm really excited for this virtual reality, and I think it's going to really help Indiana and all the students that we're going to be able to bring it to, which will be really nice.
Boy, I hope so too. And if any of our folks happen to need a perfectly good car, who do they talk to?
Talk to us over at Inskeep Ford in Greenfield.
Perfect. Well, folks, thank you again so much for your time. I really appreciate it. As you can see, I talk to a lot of different folks with a lot of different backgrounds and passions and interests, but the results are all pretty consistent when they experience an educational VR environment. They're on board with the conference, and I really hope that you're on board with the conference too. So the critical information is going to be June 1st and June 2nd of this year, 2020, in Bloomington, Indiana at Ivy Tech Community College. They're graciously hosting us. And if you want to know more, please reach out to me or any of our volunteers at bvrcon.com. That's Bloomington Virtual Reality Conference at bvrcon.com. And I hope to see you there in real reality. All right, folks, talk to you later. Bye.